Arsenal Fan TV, I'm here with Mo. Mo, listen, it's coming towards the end of the season. What do Arsenal need to surpass your good mates over there at Chelsea? What do we need to? Who do we need to sign? Because we're coming into the silly season now.
Well, what
do we need
to surpass Chelsea? We need a Russian politician to privatise some oil fields. But no, in all seriousness, I think, look, you know, the two key areas for me are a world-class goalkeeper and a world-class striker. They're the two things that I think we really, really need. As far as I'm concerned, our midfield is brilliant. That ranks up there for me with the best midfields in Europe. The talent we've got is absolutely superb. Coquelin has performed brilliantly well. I would like to see CDM coming in, but in terms of priorities, I want a goalkeeper that can save you points over the course of a season. Because for me, Ospina's been very good, but he hasn't been spectacular. I don't think that we can really say
he hasn't let us down, though.
No, of course not. But I don't think that he's done anything great. So I'm not slating him in any way, but I still think there can be improvement made in that department.
But isn't that a good goalkeeper when you don't even notice him? Then you don't even notice him. He's not conceding.
Yeah,
he done brilliantly in the World Cup. Yeah. He hasn't really let us down so far. I remember it's his first season.
Of course, yeah. Look, it's a valid point, but Neuer's a brilliant goalkeeper. You sure as hell notice him. So it's not the be all and end all if you don't notice a keeper. I take your point on board, and I know it sounds a bit harsh on Ospina, but I would like to get someone truly world class in that position.
Who'd you go for?
Oh God, there's a question.
Because there's a Peter Cech thing, but Chelsea are saying they're not going. Probably they've heard your interviews. Yeah. They said they're not willing to do business with us and give us Peter Cech. Begovic maybe? Does he fit the bill?
Not Begovic for me. Look, Peter Cech is the one that I was going to mention. Like he's the one that I want. He for me is a really clear improvement on Ospina. For me, Begovic replacing Ospina, if I was Ospina, I'd feel quite hard done by. But if you get Peter Cech in, even if I was Ospina, I'd kind of realise that this is a different calibre. So for me, it's Peter Cech. That's what I want.
Well, what about striker then? Because that's a difficult position as well. I mean, people are going to say people like Cavani and that, but is Cavani past his best? I mean, he'd be about 50 mil.
Yeah, Cavani for 50 mil is terrible, terrible business. Look, how old is Cavani? About 28? Something like that?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Roberto Soldado, a 29-year-old signing for 30-odd million or 26, whatever it was. Absolutely ridiculous business. At that age, they're signing a 3, 4, 5-year contract, and that's it. After that, they have peaked. You'll only get less money for them. If you look at the business we've done with Ozil, we signed when he was 24, Sanchez when he was 25. We'll be able to sell these players a year before their contract expires at the ages of 27, 28, when they're at their peak, and we'll be able to recover, if not get more money than what we paid for them in the first place. And I think that's how Arsenal do business. I've said it many times before, the most costly thing a football club can do is let a player retire. You have to move these players on. And I know it sounds quite sad and, almost they don't get that testimonial and all that, but I think that's the reality of a sustainable club like us. That's how we're going to have to do business.
So let me throw another name at you. What about Benzema? I mean, there's rumours that Real Madrid are willing to let him go. The rumour is about 40 million.
Yeah, see, again...
Benzema?
Look, again, for me, Benzema, look, when the French national team, it's a straight fighting spot for that position between Benzema and Giroud. I want someone truly world-class, and if we can't afford that world-class...
Wouldn't say Benzema's world-class?
Not truly world-class. Look, ultimately, no one would say Giroud's world-class, and he's fighting for position with Giroud. Sometimes Giroud gets the nod. It's kind of form-dependent. I would want to get someone that's truly world-class, and if not, I'd want to get someone with the potential of being world-class. I think we've seen whatever there is to see from Benzema, and also when you sign from Real Madrid or Barcelona, one of them teams, you pay that sort of premium. You pay that super club premium. I would rather go for either proven world-class quality that is kind of unrealistic because there's not many players of that calibre that move, or I'd rather go for a Lacazette, Jackson Martinez, someone that can really push on but has got real, Champions League experience in Jackson Martinez, or someone who kind of you look at and you think is on the cusp of greatness, who's on the cusp of that breakthrough season. Someone like Lacazette. So
let me give you one other name, right? One other name. What about Benteke? At Villa, he's come back from the injury. He's been on fire. He had that breakthrough season, the first season. Wouldn't he be a great fit for Arsenal?
He would, but I still don't think he's a huge step up on Giroud. Benteke, we've got him in the FA Cup final, and the bloke scares me. I'm going to have nightmares about Benteke in the run-up to the Cup final. But, he has been a bit hit and miss at times. In the first half of the season, he did nothing, and now he's coming out all guns blazing. But I think he's a little bit too similar to Giroud. I want someone that is completely able to play on the last man, that's got bags and bags of pace, that is, absolutely clinical. I want like an Aguero type. And for me, Benzema and Giroud I'm not saying they're exactly the same, but they're a little bit too similar. I want someone that can really, really change things up if we want to, sub him off and get Giroud on, or get Giroud on for him. Someone that can really change things. But then the last one is CDM. I'd like to get, as I said, not my absolute priority, but I'd like to get a Schneiderlin in and let Coquelin and Schneiderlin really kind of go at it for competition in that spot, because there will be an injury to one of them next year if we get them. So, we need that kind of backup. But above all of that, there's one signing we can make, and it's a free transfer, right? And that is a singing section, yeah?
Right.
And the club today, through Red Action, they've said that what they're going to do in all the season ticket renewals is there's going to be a sentence in there where you can click on the link, and it's to move in or out of the Red Action section. And if we actually get a really, really good uptake from season ticket holders in that, either season ticket holders saying, look, I'm not the most vocal, and actually sacrifice a little bit, move out of there, let kind of younger, more vocal fans in, and all the fans that sit around the edges that kind of in the east and the west and stuff, and they sit around people that don't want to sing a lot, and they are actually more vocal, but they're having to suppress it because they're not with like-minded fans. They need to make sure they take Arsenal up on this offer and try and get in. If we can get, a few hundred, even a few thousand like-minded fans in the North Bank lower, we can get that Red Army in the North Bank lower, and that will be the best signing we can make this summer. A real atmosphere to make it a fortress.
Theo's not a world-class striker, nor is Giroud.
So
Giroud is a first-class model, yes. Right? He's not a world-class striker.